Have you ever asked yourself or told yourself, I am way, way far behind compared to everybody else in my life? I should have been here by now, didn't do the things that I should have been doing, and now I'm at this point where I don't think I can get to where I want to be. But you know what? That's a lie. We've been at parts of our lives before where we thought that we had it all figured out, we were going down the right path, and you know what? We had to take 4 steps back to actually move forward. And today we're going to talk about what you can do to make sure that you understand that you are exactly where God wants you to be. Welcome to Finding Hope in a Suffering Society. I'm Rob.
I'm Josh.
We're here to help you find the beauty
In the darkness.
if you found that light.
Please go show your glow to the rest of the world.
So, not being where you want to be and truly understanding that God has you exactly where you need to be. Let's start with the first one. Have you ever felt in your life that you weren't where you wanted to be?
Regularly.
Regularly. It's an ongoing thing.
How can
about
you
that.
how can you not feel that way when you're always trying to succeed, you're always trying to build something bigger and better for your family, for your life? You're going to fall short sometimes.
Are you like setting your expectations too high for yourself? Is that part of the challenge? Are you comparing yourself to other people?
For me,
Yeah, I'm talking about you.
I challenge myself. I've challenged myself regularly. I need to be better tomorrow than I was today. To do that, there's a level that I have to attain.
Yeah, and you know what? I would say that I try to do that too, but man, I think that's a hard thing to live up to because there are days when I am not better than the day before. It's that simple. I know that's for me. That's the case. You're telling me that you're better every single day.
Every single day.
Well, good for you.
Every day, something better happens.
You talk to me about that. Like, what does that look like for you?
I woke up.
Okay.
That's a great start to a day. It's kind of that whole gratitude thing I've talked about before. Every day I'm better. Why? Because I learn something new every day. The day you stop learning something new is the day you stop bettering yourself.
So really, you're kind of you're looking at it more from a perspective, your mind perspective as to kind of why it's better than the day before. Because you've learned something each and every day. But
Correct.
You're saying you kind of build on that then.
Correct. I try to build one brick at a time. Strong foundation.
What about the people out there that are telling themselves, I am way behind and I am not where I want to be right now? And you know, when you're in that cycle, I think
Suck it up, buttercup.
it gets
I don't
worse
know.
and worse. And I think it gets worse and worse and worse thinking that you're in that.
You know what I want to say.
Well, you know what? That probably will work for somebody out there. Suck it up, buttercup, right?
I'm just saying. Things
But-
are hard. Your life sucks. Welcome to the real world.
Yeah, and again, you know, you don't want to. Again, you're probably comparing yourself to number one, your high expectations of where you wanted to be, or your low expectations. Maybe you still haven't delivered. Maybe you really got a significant rut from the times in your life where things were going great, and you're having a hard time pulling out of it. And you're saying, "Well, I wasted days, months, weeks, maybe even years." But you know what? You're still here, right? You're still here. So go take that next step as to what that might look like to actually get to the point where you are in a place where that you want to be, right? But I think
This is one I struggle with. I really do, because for me, you're where you are because you made yourself be where you are.
sometimes.
Existential things happen in life. I get it, but you chose to stay there.
Well, you've talked about
You
that
have a
before.
choice.
Yeah.
We all have a choice, and you can sit there and wallow in self-pity and oh poor me and all that fun stuff, or you can pick yourself up by the bootstraps, dust yourself off, and say, let's do this.
So I'm gonna actually make a comment about that last point about you can do this and dust yourself off. Why don't you start with the comment that I made earlier, and that is God has you exactly where He wants you to be, and just start from there, and then move forward. Get up, dust yourself off, and realize that He's got a plan.
Agreed.
Right.
That's kind of what I'm saying. Is it's just accept where you are. Accept it. Don't sit here and cry about it. Don't be sad about it. Accept it. Okay, this is where I'm at. How do I get to where I want to be? Because there's nothing in life you can't do. You just need to decide what you're willing to sacrifice to get there. Period. That's it.
Yeah, and maybe you need to do a little bit of a self-evaluation. Like, for example, why don't you go through and name your 3 biggest areas of development? I'm not even going to call them weaknesses. 3 areas of development, and figure out what's stopping you from actually getting better in those 3 areas, right? Have you ever done that before? Gone through an example like that? And
I'm
if I have to
perfect.
ask you today, do you know where your three
I'm perfect.
your three are? Do you know
I
where
am
do you,
perfect.
if I had to ask you today where your 3 biggest quote unquote areas of development are, could you tell me?
I embody perfection, my
Okay.
friend.
Well, I'm not. So maybe I should maybe we should start with me. I would say
Let me get back to humbling myself again. Okay. One of my biggest weaknesses is names, remembering names. I am horrible at it. I will never forget a face, but I am horrible at remembering names.
yeah, but that's just who you are, though. I mean, you're not going to change that.
No,
I'm talking about
but it's
something you can change and make yourself better. You got to pick something different than that. Let me start. You can think about it. For me, it's self-discipline. And here's one of my biggest challenges: self-discipline for
yours
me.
isn't good enough. Mine's
And
better.
it's self-discipline for me is really difficult because for me, I throw a lot of different things out there. We talked about this earlier, for expectations of like for health, wealth, spiritual growth, emotional growth, and I feel like I put too many things on the plate in a given day, and if I don't hit all of them or only hit some of them, I feel like I've not done what I wanted to do, and I'm not as far along as I want to be. So for me, when I realized I need to take a step back, not have set my expectations so high, maybe take a couple of things off the plate that I was putting on my plate that I wanted to do in a given day, and making it simpler and easier to attain those goals. And even like I use one example, like I wanted to lose 10 pounds over the past like year, and I haven't done it. My feeling is that if I can focus on one thing like that, it'll cause momentum in the other areas of my life, and I'll execute better on some of the other things that I want to do tied to wealth, health, spiritual growth. So it's just one example of kind of something I struggle with on a daily basis. How about you?
I still like mine.
Okay, you still like your names
I
thing?
do. It's because it's not just about names,
Talk to me.
okay? It's about everything. I struggle with memorizing things. Me and you have talked about this for a long time. You've tried
Yeah.
to help me memorize Bible verses, and
Yeah.
you've gone to the point of where I will recite them day in and day out, and I still forget them. So when I say I want to remember names, I shouldn't say just names. I try to make a better effort about remembering things. I do, because I'm horrible, and my kids will tell you they constantly have to remind me of stuff. So that's, for me, that is a problem, because it does affect my day-to-day life, because I do forget to do a lot of things.
Yeah. Well, so what are you doing to help improve that then?
I start keeping a log. That's what I'm saying. My thoughts,
oh,
names, things I'm trying to do, things I have to accomplish in a day. I start keeping a task list.
I,
Things I've tried to find that. So in my
okay.
job, when we're done with a house, we do what's called a punch list, and we go through the house, we punch out everything, we figure out what things we've missed, what we haven't. So I've been kind of taking that into my personal life a little bit and try to create a punch list for a day-to-day operation. So that way, every day I know I have these things that have to be done. Kind of like goals. I mean, same kind of concept, I guess, but just a little different.
Yeah, gotcha. You know, the other side of this is, versus improving on your areas of development, sometimes you have to accept just who you are and
I
kind of
love
roll
how
with
you're
it,
trying
right?
to make it soft and cute.
Yeah, because you know what, we don't want to call it
Areas of
weaknesses.
development.
It's a more positive way of saying it.
Okay, I'm going to be real. It's a weakness. It's okay.
Yeah.
You can call it a weakness. We're not here to be all warm and fuzzy and soft about things. That's not who we are. It's
No,
not how this
we're not.
goes.
No.
So
Well, you are.
it's a weakness.
I can be softer. You can be harder.
That's
kinda,
fine, whatever. But stop being all like, your little, your faults, your flaws, the things that you do that you're not happy about, the things you want to fix.
Yeah. And again, there are things that
Personal growth.
there
Come on.
there are things that you might want to fix, but there's some things that you can just accept and say, you know what, I'm just not going to change there. I'm not going to
Agreed.
be better at. I'm not going to be better at it. It's not worth my time to get better at it. And I'm not talking about like trying to get nicer in dealing with people. That's something you should always work on, is to be kind to people. Yes.
Oh yes, we should always be kind to people. I agree with
Yes.
that. I don't know about being nicer. It depends.
It does.
Your vibe attracts your tribe, my friend.
It does, exactly.
And the vibe people put out to you may not be the vibe that you're going to reciprocate.
And the Bible does say love your neighbor.
I try.
But again, there are certain areas that you're just going to be like, you know what, that's who I am. I'm going to accept that, and I'm not going to focus on that. It's going to be quote unquote a waste of time to even try to be better in that area of my life. Right?
Yep. Agreed. 100%. Don't waste your energy on things that aren't going to get you anywhere.
So again, this gets back to the prayer that you recited, with for AA. And can you recite it one more time?
God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference.
Right there, the last piece is the wisdom to know the difference of what you can change and what you're not going to be able to change. That's key. And taking some time to actually just take some self-reflection and study that, and just to say, okay, here are the areas I want to improve on, again, to get to where I want to be. And again, God has you right where he wants you right now. I want you to remember that. And going forward, he does want you to be better. So what are you going to do to get better? Focus on the areas that you can change, right? And where you want to be better, and then ignore the things that you can't.
Let go and let God.
So expand on that a little bit more.
Let
Let
go
go of what?
let go of the things that you have no control over, which is the things you can change, the things in your life that you have no control over. I have no control over what Rob's going to do, and I need to accept that. Well, I mean, again, it's a reality that,
No, you're
that
right.
is something
No, you're
that a
right.
lot of control freaks don't understand.
No,
that
you're right.
They truly believe that they can control another human being. I did
Yeah.
for a long time during my drinking career. That's absolutely how I thought. I thought I had control of everything, and then I realized control is just an illusion. It is. It's you got to understand what you have control over. The things that you can control are, your habits, your mannerisms, the way you talk to people, stepping outside yourself and helping others. Those are all things you can control, but you can't control the outside world. And the sooner you can grasp that, the easier it gets.
Yep. One of my favorite verses in the Bible is, in their hearts, humans plan their course, but the Lord establishes their steps. In other words, you think you got a plan? Sometimes God is redirecting you for a better one. It's that simple.
I like that, but I also like what Mike Tyson said, and that is, everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face.
Same thing.
Same
That's
concept.
the same verse. That's the same verse right there.
It is. Yeah. It's the same thing. You think you've got it all figured out until you get a swift sock in the jaw. And that could be a stumble in life. That could be a hardship. That could be anything for that matter.
Well, and consider that punch in the face. It might be discipline from God, because God does discipline those that he loves, which is another verse, but it's painful. Another verse, but it produces a harvest of peace and righteousness for those that are instructed by it. That's another verse. And you know what? It can be changing for you, and it can be a redirection to one of the most pivotal and enormous and unreal moments of your life if you just accept where you are and understand that he's just moving you to a place where it's going to be so much better.
Acceptance. Yeah. It's a key. It's a key to getting better. It's a key to moving forward in life. It's a big part of everything, I think.
And go ahead. And getting on the other side of that is not easy.
It's not.
Right? I mean, when you're in it, you really can't see it. But know that we've both been there before, and being on the other side of it's pretty clear now. When hindsight's 20/20.
Yeah, absolutely. If I knew now what I didn't know then.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
That'd be a good song, by the way.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
It's an old country one, buddy.
I remember it.
Yeah. I love it.
Well, any parting comments for those who are just thinking about kind of where they are, where they wish they would have gone, and where they're going today, Josh?
Stop stressing about where you're not at and start focusing on where you are. Because once you can figure out where you are, you can start focusing that energy on where you are and to get to where you want to be.
Yes, that's the thing. It's a great point. Sometimes people aren't even doing the introspection to realize where are they in their life right now.
Right, that's what I mean. And if you don't know where you're at in your life, how are you going to get to where you want to be?
And is it really as bad as you think it is? Is it really as bad as you think it is right now? Because when you do that introspection, one of the things that you can do is, this is where it might help to compare yourself to other people who are not as far along. Maybe they're struggling even more. Maybe you need to go out and reach out and help those people, right? Again, we kind of take in 13% of everything that's going around us. We ignore the other 87% of everything that's going around in our lives. Focus on the things that are going good in your life.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Yeah, right, exactly. So I must have been part of that 87% right there. So again, understand that God has you right where you are. We're going to be praying for you. If you have any thoughts, comments about this video, about where you are today, maybe the mistakes that you've made that have turned into great outcomes, share it with us. Share it with the people that are watching this. Again, this is a journey with all of us, trying to figure out how to make this a better world and giving other people hope. Again, this has been Fighting Hope in a Suffering Society. I'm Rob.
I'm Josh.
We're here to help you find the beauty,
In the
and we'll
darkness.
see you in the next video.
See you guys.